These are the 4 elements you need to know to create a solid company structure. Check it out. Fam, what's up? Welcome back to another installment of the Business 101 series. All right, less business, more profits. Lean, effective, strategic, and simple business. Let's talk about culture. Culture is one of those things that keeps bubbling up in just about every single conversation that we have. You are creating a culture whether you know it or not. We've talked about this in the past in other videos, but today I want to tell you the 4 elements that you need to know. You need to understand these 4 things to create a good, solid company culture. More importantly, to create an individual culture that's gonna ripple effect into your employees, your staff, your team, and anybody that you're doing business with, all right? Before I do that, I wanna ask you that if you like the content that I'm putting out there for you on a regular basis, make sure that you subscribe, like, and share. Do me a favor, help me spread the word and help other people, all right? It's all about collaboration, any way you put it, right? So with that being said, I used to think that culture was this set of bullet points that I could put on employees' badges or just like slap all over the walls in my office, and people would just automatically adopt them, right? I thought I could program culture and values into the employees and the staff that I was working with. At one point in my previous businesses, I had 40 plus employees, and the culture was a mess. I thought that just because I understood my morals, my values, and the stuff that I wanted out of the company, my team would automatically adopt it, right? But I was wrong. It wasn't the case. I was doing all kinds of things wrong. First off, I was going through the process, and I'm literally embarrassed to admit this, right? But during the hiring application, I had this one sheet that said culture, and it said that at the top, and then I had a set of bullet points, boom, 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 integrity and all the the things that look great and beautiful on the walls, and then at the bottom I had a place for signatures. So employees had to sign that, and then automatically they adopted the employee or the company culture, and then they would walk away and perform under the premise that we were trying to create this culture that that was people first mentality and that sort of thing. Now, the reality is that if that's how you're going about building your company culture, it's nothing more than a slogan. It's nothing more than a paragraph that you can slap on your marketing and then say that it's your culture. And how it really works is and my friend Justin Thorstad put this better, actually. It really comes from the top down, right? What I mean by top down is that it's coming from a space of responsibility. You as the owner, as the CEO, as the entrepreneur, you have to embrace that culture. You have to embrace that set of values, that way of doing things, because culture is the voice of your results. It's really the way that your efforts speak back to you when you're putting yourself out there, right? What is everybody saying about the company that you're building? What are your employees saying about it? Do they like it? Do they feel empowered? Do they feel like it's a fun space, or do they feel overworked? And do they, are they always complaining about, just having to go into work another day? Like, that's the culture, and it's speaking back to you based off of the output, based off of the effort that you're putting into it and the way that you're running those efforts, all right? So what I want to give you right now is 4 elements of building a great, solid culture. And this is what I've learned through the years. Nothing is bulletproof here, but these 4 elements help me a lot, right? Number 1 is going to be understand yourself. You as a business owner, you as a CEO, you have the capacity, right, to shape this ball of wax that is your business into any shape or form that you want it to be, okay? So make sure that it aligns with who you are. If you're trying to create a culture that is giving, that is people first, that it's empowering, and you're trying to do this with a company, but you don't embrace that at an individual level, there's a dissonance there. Nothing's gonna match, okay? You're not gonna be able to sustain that for a long time because it doesn't align with the person that you truly are. So figure out who you are as an individual, okay? If your personal culture, is driven towards money, be transparent about that, okay? If your personal culture is being driven towards empowerment, be transparent about that. People are gonna buy into that vision, okay? So, which takes me to number 2. The first one is understand yourself. Understand what you're willing to tolerate, right? As far as values and the way that you want to perform. Number 2 is going to be the vision. What are your goals? You need pragmatic goals. You need to have this set of things that you're aiming at, right? You need to have a vision of where the company's headed. That's how people buy into the entire role. What's your accountability in terms of production? Like, where do you want to get to? What kind of company do you want to build? What kind of revenue do you want to have, right? How do you want to operate? What type of building do you want to have? What type of, what's the employee base that you're looking at? How many employees do you have? That type of stuff. So create that vision based off of goals. Be very pragmatic. The next one is going to be the mission, okay? The mission is the impact. Simply put, is the impact that you want to create in the world. What is that impact? I'll give you an example. In my companies, it's empowerment. I want to empower entrepreneurship. All my efforts just point directly to empowering entrepreneurship. That's my mission, right? So I adopt that and I voice that throughout my companies, throughout my staff. I want to make sure that my team is absolutely empowered to perform at their best capabilities, and also in their own personal lives, right? Like I don't want slaves. Nobody works for me. Everybody works for themselves. That's part of my culture. Everybody works for themselves. I just happen to be the vehicle that they choose to achieve their own personal goals, all right? So that's part of the culture. Number 4 is going to be accountability. Accountability, right? Yes, we've talked about KPIs, what kind of, metrics and stuff like that, on the pragmatic side of things. You got to have those. I understand that. But self-accountability here is what I'm referring to. What's your accountability? How are you holding yourself accountable as an entrepreneur, again, as a business owner, to uphold that culture? One mistake that I've done in the past is I've been really good about motivating people and inspiring people and attracting that talent to use me as a vehicle to achieve their own goals. I've been good about that, but I've sucked in the past. I've gotten better at sustaining that vision, right? So the retention of that culture has been a different thing. So it's, when they jump in, they're motivated, they're driven, and then I've dropped the ball and have become complacent, right? On my need to be there for that culture. So in my head, it's okay. They already know what they need to do. They, I inspire them. They should, go on and continue the culture by themselves. Okay. As a business owner, that can be a big mistake. And I realize that, right? Through trial and error. People get hit with adversity. They get hit with different things, and their own patterns of culture start to, spill into the business. So if you're not there as the head of that vision, right? As the head of that culture to redirect your team as they go along, it's going to be a big problem. Just think about this, and you probably have this experience, right? In the past, I know I did. But you may start working for a great company, and then the management of that company just, has their own way of looking at things. That's a different subset of culture that's within your company. And if the management culture is off, it spills over to the rest of the staff, right? So it's important for you as a business owner, as a responsible party of that culture, to have accountability, self-accountability and self-awareness of what the culture of your business is telling you, okay? And this can be something as simple as being actually engaged in weekly calls with the entire staff, right? If you have a big, huge company, that might be a bit more challenging. Meet up with your management, because those are the people that actually carry your vision and your personal culture over to the rest of the staff, right? So those 4 things have helped me really get a solid grip on the type of culture that I want to create, and the direction, right, that I want to take my company in, and what I want my efforts to tell me in return. So again, know yourself, make sure that your values, your personal mission and your vision aligns with what you want to create in your company. Number 2, create the company vision, set up some goals, and be loud about those, be clear about those. You attract people into your business because of how magnetic your vision is. All right, your mission, what's your purpose? What's the impact that you want to create, right? That's the feel-good factor. That's the thing that helps us sleep at night and really wake us up in the morning with that fire in our belly, because we know we're going to make an impact, right? So what does that look like? And then 4, accountability. Again, accountability is huge. Self-accountability, meaning that where are you at? Are you showing up on a daily basis, actually supporting and backing up that culture that your people are going to adopt? Or are you just letting it sit on a piece of paper and hoping that everybody puts a signature on it and goes off and performs, all right? Think about that for a second. Stay focused. You got this.